Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Brooke.
And today, we're going to talk about the low-carb diet that I want to be on and Brooke told me is full of shit. Why should I not get on this low-carb diet, Brooke?
Everyone thinks a low-carb diet is this automatic win for weight loss. That's not true.
But I know huge fat people, like orca fat, who have gone on low-carb diets and then got skinny fat.
The reason people see this initial weight drop is actually because carbohydrates hold water. Specifically, each gram of carbohydrates stored as glycogen is going to hold about 3 grams of water. So you see this initial drop, and it's largely due to water. You could easily scale back calories, fat, protein. You can decide what macronutrient split is right for you and scale appropriately. It doesn't have to be carbs.
I hate these conversations because what I want you to say is that there's a quick fix to what I want. And you're always telling me things like, no, Doug, you can only lose 1.5 pounds a week rationally and safely. I hate you.
Exactly. So does the diet industry, because they want you to think there's this magic silver bullet. And right now, everyone's got this fear-mongering thing around bread and carbs.
Why is that?
Definitely the source of carbohydrate matters. Okay, so I'm not saying everyone should go eat a giant bowl of Fruit Loops, and those are great carbs. I'm saying healthy carbohydrates, whole grains, potatoes, sweet potatoes, whatever that looks like for you, fruit.
So I'm not fat, and I don't want to lose weight, but I am interested in becoming the world's greatest endurance athlete. I can do that utilizing a diet that has me on less than 50 grams of carbs a day. True or false?
The jury is still out on that one.
Okay.
So the idea is that you can upregulate your fat oxidation by eating this chronic high-fat, low-carb diet. What has absolutely been proven to be unsuccessful is when you decide to eat fat before a workout or during a workout, it just isn't the right fuel substrate.
The body doesn't convert it into fuel?
Right. So what they started doing, they've been researching this since the 80s.
But what if I was in
low-carb
ketosis?
Chronically. Ketosis is most people that think they're in ketosis are not, because they're on a modified keto, and that's not a thing. That's just a low-carb diet. You're not in
But my
ketosis.
pee strips, Brooke.
Not accurate. You need to be doing blood tests. What we're going to see happen, the more research that comes out, is going to be that this is very individual to the person. So some people absolutely do see benefits from having this chronic high-fat, low-carb diet, and then they'll fuel during activity and before activity with carbohydrates. So there is some promise there, but honestly, the data's all over the place. So I can't speak solidly on that yet. We'll wait for the science.
What is the effect that this low-carb diet that I'm definitely still going to do because I'm a pig-headed idiot, what is it going to have on my power and strength for lifting weights and actually doing the things I need to do every day in my regular life?
Right. So a lot of the research shows that you're going to see no change or sometimes a decrease. The big thing is, if you choose to live this low-carb life, you need to be eating adequate calories and adequate protein, or you're going to risk muscle loss.
So I want to lose weight, and I want to gain power, and I also want to eat in a way that's beneficial for me doing longer cardio because obviously I want to lose weight, right? So what does a good diet look like for me if it isn't what I was reading in a magazine this morning telling me that all carbs are evil and I shouldn't touch them?
You should be eating carbs in moderation based on your activity level. And the type of carbs matter, also where you place them. So you need to be eating carbohydrates before, sometimes during long bouts of exercise, and after. So you need to be mindful of where you're placing them and in moderation. Another really important reason you need carbohydrates is going to be your recovery, and it's also going to be regulating hormones. These all play this huge role in how you're performing.
More testosterone?
Not exactly.
Boo.
Data shows that the average American actually consumes about 60% of their daily calories from carbohydrates, which is way too much. So when I designed the SOFLETE nutrition program, which I consider a lot of our customers to be recreational athletes, you're moving your body in some way, you're going through life with purpose, you're choosing to have an activity-based lifestyle. There's a moderate carbohydrate split in the app for that reason, because you need those carbohydrates not only to fuel the activity, but make sure you're getting the recovery you need, the sleep, and everything else.
I can adjust what my portion sizes look like based on if I want to lean out or gain weight or whatever else within the app, right?
Exactly. And then all of that scales. And where the carbohydrates are in the meal plan is also a part of it. So you're gonna see higher carbohydrates after your workout because you're gonna need those to then repair, refuel, and get ready for your next workout. Especially in American culture, we live in these extreme ends of the spectrum. Most Americans are eating way too many carbohydrates, so they decide they need to restrict it down to 50 grams. That's not where the magic happens. We need to start eating in moderation for our activity level with our carbohydrates.
So what you're telling me is that 5 pounds of ground beef and a half pound of nuts a day is not going to sustain me nutritionally.
It's excessive and will probably cause extreme GI distress.
GI distress.